I've always wanted to do a Dungeons and Dragons like sit down and like do it.
Oh, dude, I have this group right now. It's a bunch of film creatives, and let me tell you, film creatives make for good D&D.
But I can't just like get in there. I have to like have a character, like kind
Yeah,
of create. It's like a thing. I can't just like plop in and plop out.
Yeah, no, that is
It's
the
like
hard
a
part.
dedicated
That is the
thing,
hard
right?
part.
Yeah.
We meet weekly. We have pizza and wine.
It's the Parlor with Harrison Myles.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. Thank you for stopping by at the Parlor. It's been wild. I mean, we're in production right now. I'm directing a feature. It's very exciting stuff. And I wanted to have on this episode, it's kind of a crazy week, but I wanted to have on this episode one of my very valued crew members I'm working with. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the key grip. And God, I love this dude. I'll just let you meet him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome filmmaker and Slabtown Studios CFO Darian Jewel. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. What's up, man? What's up, man? Got Darian Jewel. Give him a second to put the headphones on.
What's up?
Oh, there it is. Dude, thanks for coming on the pod. Thanks for coming on the
of course.
Parlor. Really appreciate it. I know you haven't seen, it's like you've seen enough of my fucking face already because these fucking long days on set. But here we are again.
I can't get enough of that face.
Oh, well,
I have to come back.
I appreciate it. I feel the same way. How does it feel to be, relaxing and sitting in and being the talent for a change and having, all this lighting and setup done on you and the audio, done on you for a change? How does that feel?
I gotta say, it's pretty glamorous.
Is it?
I like it.
It's
I like it.
glamorous.
It's all the attention.
Well, it's why do you think we get some divas that come out of it? Because it's too much. It gets to their head.
No, I could see it getting to my head if I had a lot of it.
Well, Darian, I really appreciate you coming on the Parlor today.
Yeah, of course.
And, as we are here, this is the most authentic podcast on Spotify and Apple. And, dude, I love having people I love on here. And, man, I love you. So why don't we tell the audience a little bit about Darian? Because, I know Darian, but let's let them learn about Darian and this mysterious gentle giant that they're looking at right now.
Yeah, you just want me to go into like my whole life story?
You know what? Sorry, guys. I brought the dogs to the studio today, and we're gonna get a little chatty with them. No, so how did you your story of how you came to be in LA and start the whole filmmaking thing? Let's start with this. What inspired you to become a filmmaker?
That is a good question. So, as a kid, I used to play a lot of like little RPG games, right? A lot of character decisions, a lot of that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I used to have these long discussions with my friends about like, ooh, why should this character do this? Why is this thematically like more important to do this or do that?
I love that.
Really, that got me like thinking like filmmaking, like, oh, I want to do more film stuff. But I think the catalyst that really got me like deep into the world of film was a summer camp I did in 6th grade with Julian Mercado, the CEO of Slabtown Studios. And he and I, as two little middle schoolers, were in the same summer camp. They sent us off into the forest to go chill with a bunch of our wannabe filmmakers, right? And we went on hikes, we went on adventures, we really got to know each other. And then we got back and they gave us 2 weeks to come up with a short film, shoot the short film, and then edit and then show it at a theater. And during those 2 weeks, we had to come up with all these ideas, and they'll reject the ideas if they didn't like it.
Wow.
It was like honest to God pitching.
That's good. I mean, that's great to help exercise that bone, I guess.
No, I mean, honestly, it's like the groundwork for this industry is being great at pitching, being great at talking to people, and really being able to engage on that level.
Wow. So what happened after that? I mean, did you guys make the film? You had 2 weeks.
Yeah, we did. We made the film, but we butted heads quite a bit. 2 big personalities. We ended up calling the production company for that Frustrated Productions because we were just constantly going at each other. But it was all out of love for the project. And after that, we kind of went our own ways, middle school, high school. But then near the end of high school, both of us were, deciding to be a little bit of lazy seniors and take the same media class that we already took, Advanced Digital Media, right?
Classic senior move to
Right.
have 8 electives.
Oh,
all
dude.
of them electives or
Dude.
some shit.
My dad was that way, and I was trying to be that way, but they got a little bit more restrictive. They're like, "Oh, you gotta take this, But we took the advanced digital media class, and the teacher pulls us aside and says, "You guys already took this class?" And we're like, "Yeah, we know that's the point."
You're
but
missing the point here, lady.
Right. But he told us, well, how about you do something more interesting, right? Like, what if you guys worked on a short film or something, right? I know this guy who used to be a producer with Nickelodeon, and he says he's willing to mentor. I'm like, oh, dude, that's dope. Yeah, I'll work on a short film. That seems like a lazy senior thing to do. We have our first meeting with the guy. It's Julian, myself, Magnus Marthaler, who came down to LA with us, and then a few other people. It was about 6 people in the room. And the producer sits down and he says, if we're going to be working on a film, we're not doing a short film. Honestly, that's a waste of time. We might as well go big.
What?
Yeah.
You guys were seniors?
Yeah, we were seniors. And he's like, we're going to do a feature film. We're going to write and shoot it and edit it and then show it right after graduation.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. That sounds amazing. I'm so down for that. Not everyone in the group was, though. And people dropped out super fast.
I have a theme song for people like that.
What's that?
I don't want to work that hard. I don't want to work that hard.
That's iconic. I love that.
I don't know. People just, sometimes people don't want to work that hard. And then they're wondering later on, how come it never happened to me? How come I never where's mine?
That's why I appreciate the experience, man. Because, it teaches you
the
how much you have to sacrifice.
You love
really
the
have
challenge.
To do it. Yeah.
Dude, that says a lot about your character, man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you guys made the film.
We made the film. I wrote it. Julian directed it. And then literally just it would be 2 or 3 hours after class. We'll go shoot a scene real fast. Oh, sorry, Mike. We'll go shoot a scene real fast, and then we'll, go back to class and then do class the next day. And then the next day we'll go shoot a scene real fast.
Oh my God.
So it's just little grabs here and there, here's in there. And then,
how long did that take, first off?
It took the full year.
Oh my God.
We were
it took
just
the full
about
10 months.
I remember it was 2 weeks before graduation, and we were still shooting little things, editing little things. And then...
Hold on. You guys were in principal photography for 10 months.
Yeah, because, we didn't have full shoot days.
So your weekends were completely eaten up.
Oh, yeah, my whole senior year was Astray. that was the name of the project.
Your whole senior year was the feature, Astray.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, that is so cool, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was an intense experience. And honestly, I have to thank Dan Hartzell for, putting us through that. Gary Stevenson, too. That was the producer.
Shout out Dan Hartzell and Gary Stevenson. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, did you guys show the film after graduation?
We did, yeah. So we managed to fundraise a little money, and then we got to show it at a small local theater, right? It was the one theater in town. The town came out. They watched it with us. It was very wholesome.
Cool.
It was amazing. It was beautiful. Would I ever want to watch the movie again? No. We are so much better than back then. But
start somewhere.
It's beautiful to see where you started. Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think we all have a movie like that.
Yeah, well, we all have projects like that. I do poetry too, and I look at my early poems and I'm like, oh, fuck that noise, not super great.
Yeah.
But
it's what
you
got
just
you
gotta
where
keep
you are
doing
right
it,
here.
right? Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I love that. That's growth.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's honestly this industry, any artistic industry, is that you got to cultivate. You just got to keep on practicing your craft, keep on improving a little bit.
That's right, and that's why if you don't love it, then you're either gonna end up hating it or you're just going to quit, because the only way to get better at it is to continuously do it habitually, and you have to love it. It has to be something you truly do love, or it's going to fuck you up.
Yeah, and really sacrifice for it too. I mean, when we worked on another feature, Hidden Creek, and I was spending it would be 10-hour shoot days, and then I was also producing and directing with Julian. So it would be 2 hours before, 2 hours after of just a little producing work, And then our weekends was a bunch of like setup work. Like we didn't sleep at all.
Wow.
Yeah, no. And I mean, then I had to go back to LA and like figure out how I'm going to pay rent, right? While like my brother was doing, traditional 9 to 5, like,
That's typically how it goes.
yeah, exactly. But I think the beauty of it all was it taught me the whole religious experience that you get when you're producing like a big art, like, because you're working on a monument, and not just you, but a massive crew of people who are just as passionate as you are. And you're all working together and sacrificing your body, your mind, your soul for this project, that it's honestly a religious experience. It's spiritual. You're all giving yourselves into something higher than yourself.
Yeah, you really do. You give your everything into it, and that's exactly why I said
Yeah.
if you do it, it's because you love it.
Right?
This is one of those industries. I don't think... I was talking to Avery about it. I don't think there's anybody who's like a famous actor or famous artist that does it for the money, because it takes so much out of you to get to the point where you actually make money, that like nobody would push themselves that far just for the money.
Right? If you're doing it for the money and the fame, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
No, it's not even you're doing it for the money. There's no way you're doing it.
Yeah.
There's no way you're doing it on a level of that capacity or that caliber if you're in it for just the money, because there's no way anyone is going to work that hard just for the money. There's no way.
I work with a really great DP, Nick Conoscenti, and he told me once that you have to be a crazy person. Like, you should be in a psych ward if you want to be doing film and really succeed at film. And I honestly think that's true. We're all a little bit crazy.
I mean, considering the film itself that we're working on right now has a psych ward scene, I think it's really fitting for all of us. Also, considering some of the things that we're doing in this movie right now is kind of wild, like props and stuff, as far as, like the fish. Dude, I gotta say, it's just kind of wild that like no one's really reacting too much on set, which makes me think, okay, we're all a little fucked up. We're all a little screwy here.
Yeah, right.
We all should be working on this movie for sure.
I mean, it's hard not to react sometimes, though, with like the Atticus character. That guy cracks me up so much, and I'm so excited to see him on the big screen.
He's good. He's really good. Yeah, we got a lot of great characters in this film. This is an exciting one. And you're really helping this vision really come true, man.
I mean, the whole crew is making it happen. Like, everyone is giving themselves into the project. That religious experience I was like describing earlier, you understand it.
Of course.
You
we're
understand.
doing it right now.
The whole crew understands it right now.
We're all doing it right now, and I think that the experience is very it is spiritual. It's I don't know, it's crazy. We're all putting so much into this, but I mean, everyone's so happy. Everyone's having a great time, and it's a great time.
And that's why I love indie filmmaking, because indie filmmaking at its best is an industry of love. Yeah. It's an industry where everyone has so much love for this craft, so much passion, that they all want to get together and make it happen. That's why I love indie films, and that's why I love working on projects like this.
Yeah, it's really great stuff. So many like-minded individuals that are working on this project. So many passionate, talented people. Nothing but the best. I'm telling you, I've said it once, I'm saying it again. We have the best indie crew on a feature in LA right now. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Like, our DP is amazing.
Our
Dan
DP
is amazing.
Amazing. Everybody's amazing. Everybody is amazing. And it's really exciting stuff. I want to move on. You mentioned video games at the beginning of our conversation.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I love video games. I know when you walked in earlier in the green room, you saw Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree on. Dude, let's talk video games. So,
Okay.
You said RPGs. That's my fucking shit, okay? That being said, tell me what the most... your most cherished RPG is.
Ooh. I have one cherished company, right? Every company...
Is it my company?
Oh, your company is
No,
very
not
cherished.
ENF. I'm sorry. I meant... Is it the... it might be the one I'm thinking of, too, that I love, too. But
Ooh, it's BioWare.
fuck. It was almost... BioWare is one of my loved.
BioWare is amazing. And it's hard for me to say a best game because I love the Mass Effect trilogy
But
and
they
like the
have-
whole story.
They've been letting us down so much.
They have. But
Did you
Trespasser,
see Dragon
I'm
Age?
hopeful.
The new
I'm
Dragon
hopeful.
Age?
I've seen, the gameplay trailer and the cinematic trailer. The cinematic trailer was bad. I will say
Did
that.
you see the gameplay?
But the gameplay, I kind of liked it. I know. We lost the tactical combat. It's
We
not
lost
that-
Dragon Age.
We lost. Yeah, no, it's not
I'm
a
sorry.
bloody gore. It's not
I'm
Origins
sorry, Darian.
anymore.
We
That's
lost
for
Mass
sure.
Effect. We lost Dragon Age.
Yeah.
They're not even going to make KOTOR for us. We're never going to get Jade Empire again
No,
remake.
Yeah, Jade Empire is dead.
I'm
for
telling
sure.
you, bro. They were my top as well.
But the fact that we had them, right?
And we
like,
still
people
do. I
can
got
still
them on
go
my
back.
phone. I got them on the Xbox over
Yeah,
there. Jade
yeah.
Empire.
The fact that you can play
KOTOR.
Jade Empire on the phone is amazing to me.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Honestly, Jade Empire might be one of my favorite games.
Jade Empire is amazing.
But
So underrated.
I'm gonna go with Dragon Age Origins.
Really?
Yes,
That's your favorite.
that's my.
I have that
favorite
on
of all time.
on Xbox Series X right there.
It was the first RPG I completed completely. And like it had such well-defined characters and such key decisions that you can make.
Darkspawn.
And oh my god, yeah, no, and the
Darkspawn
world building's
ahead.
amazing,
The Grey Wardens.
right?
Oh, it's fucking all coming back to me now.
Yeah, exactly. And like
Yeah.
it is such a well-defined
iconic.
and beautiful world. I run Dungeons and Dragons games all the time, and like I always wanted to run a Dragon Age Origins game.
Oh, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do a Dungeons and Dragons like sit down and like do it.
Oh, dude, I have this group right now. It's a bunch of film creatives, and let me tell you, film creatives make for good D&D.
But I can't just like get in there. I have to like have a character.
Yeah,
Like, kind of create. It's like
yeah.
a thing. I can't just like plop in and plop out.
Yeah, no, that is
It's
the
like
hard
a
part.
dedicated
That is
thing,
the hard
right?
part.
Yeah.
'Cause we meet weekly. We have pizza and wine. It's a fun
Dude,
time.
I want to do something like that. I think once we expand a little more, I think we'll probably do something like that.
Dude, that'd be fun. Company wide.
Yeah, dude, I think that's super exciting.
I love that idea.
Yeah, I would really, because that's one of my dreams to like be involved in like a Dungeons and Dragons game, I guess.
Mhm. Oh, and it's beautiful because it's a lot of the storytelling of film, right? But without like thinking about markets and thinking about like target audience or thinking about like who this movie's for. Because
just
it's
the
for
creative
you.
shit. Well, that's
Exactly.
whatever you just said, because it's for you.
Yeah.
Take that mindset that you just said.
Yeah.
That's how I write my movies. That's how I write my scripts.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Just
I do it-
expressing
I
yourself.
I just write what I want to see. As a strict filmmaker, as a strict movie watcher
Mm-hmm.
who just loves movies, who's a movie buff, who loves sitting down and watching movies,
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what I want to see. And so I just put it on the paper.
That's
I really
beautiful.
don't care what if it's what others want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I write what I want to see. And it turns out other people like it, and that works in my favor.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But
because it's
I
more
think
authentic that way.
having no inhibitions when it comes to writing is important.
Oh, agree. I mean, that's why, when my friends and I get together and we're really coming up with a story, we want to dig deep into our personal trauma, really dig deep into like what kind of story we want to tell.
Yeah, dude.
We smoke a lot of weed and
Yeah,
we
dude.
drink a lot of drinks
Yeah,
and we
dude.
get like deep into the emotions.
Yeah, dude.
And then that's where you find the magic.
Yeah, dude. I love it. I really want to be involved in one of those settings. Dungeons and Dragons settings so much,
Mhm.
man.
Oh, it's great.
Whether it's like a dungeon master or someone who's actually role playing, but even dungeon master, that's role playing in a sense as well.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I actually prefer DMing nowadays because
Really?
you get to manage the
It's
world.
improv.
Yeah. Here's the best way I think of it. Right?
Like writer's block.
Yeah, exactly.
It's improv.
And you have people who are playing characters and they really advocate for their characters just as an actor would. And you're trying to tell this grand story just as a director would. I think it actually teaches a director-actor relationship really well. Very much yes-anding and respecting each other's choices and like trying to create a collaborative story that ends up being way better than anything you could have come up on your mind.
In that sense, I'm even more urged and compelled to play.
Dude, I
now.
should get into like pitching D&D. I should work for Wizards of the Coast. Just like, hey, D&D, you should do it. It's amazing.
Yeah, quit filmmaking, go work for Wizards right now.
Right?
Do it.
Okay, you lost me. I'm going to leave set. You're not going to see me anymore.
We need you, buddy.
I appreciate
Let's go back to video games because
Mhm.
your favorite company is BioWare. I know you said Dragon Age Origins is yours.
bread and butter. Yeah, I love that game.
How many times have you beaten it?
3.
3 times.
Yeah, 3
really?
times. Yeah. You know, because with all the origins and all the different choices, you can make like wildly different gameplay,
Yeah.
wildly different stories, but then it's still quality story every single time.
Of course.
And when I was a little kid when I played through the game, I got addicted to it because I would look on the Wikipedia and see, oh, this decision will influence this decision, which will make this character do this later. And it's just like, it's such a web that it's hard to really like decipher the whole thing.
You've played KOTOR.
Yes.
Okay.
1 and 2.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah. No, I love KOTOR. KOTOR 2, I think, is actually better than 1.
Why?
It is
it's unfinished, right?
It is unfinished. It's gameplay-wise, not as good as 1. But I like the nuance of the story. Yeah, and the spells are crazy.
You like the nuance of the story?
Yeah. Yeah, the nuance of the Force. It made me
Dude,
really like...
I love the word, the triumvirate.
Yeah.
Bro, I just love that fucking dark circle they have.
Yeah.
What's it called? The something, what is it? That's something triumvirate.
I don't remember the
Between
adjective.
Darth Sion, Darth Treya, and Darth Nihilus.
Yeah, if you guys have not played KOTOR, like, it is the KOTOR 2 has some of the best
Look at them and
villains
tell them
ever.
that.
Yeah, it has some of the best villains ever. And like Darth Vader, he's great and all. He's amazing. The Emperor is great and all, but like
there ain't nothing
real
like the old
crazy
Republic,
ones.
baby.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing like the old Republic. I gotta tell you, and I'm glad you agree with me here. The Skywalker saga is fine.
Yeah.
But the Revan saga is what I want to see, dude. He's the only Jedi that went dark, then back to light, did good things, then went back dark again, and then went like gray, did crazy other things, and then disappeared, and then got his mind wiped. It's just like, what the fuck?
Right? No, that's the nuance I'm talking about. Like, there's so much that you can dig
lore,
into.
That's
lore
why I love
and
Elden
character,
Ring,
right?
and that's where I base. You know, when I came off Elden Ring, I don't know if I told you this.
Mm-hmm.
Right when I came off playing Elden Ring, when it came out in 2022, I played it for like 3 months. I was glued to the fucking chair for like 3 months. I sunk like fucking 500 hours into it.
I've been there.
Right after that, jumped off of that, wrote 2 features back to back. It was just like, I was full of it. It just had given me so much. And one of them is that fucking zombie one, that huge. Did I tell you about it or no?
I've only
Look at the
heard the
size of the script.
smallest pitch about the zombie
Look
one.
at the size of this fucking. This
Oh,
is part
dude,
1.
That's bulky.
This is part 1
love
only.
that.
Look how many pages, dude.
156? That's insane.
It's only one movie and it's almost 3 hours.
Dude, that's a Martin Scorsese movie
I'm
right there.
telling you, dude, it's a fucking. And guess what's coming before that?
Which one?
A prequel novel, a book. I'm writing a book for a prequel.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's the way to do it.
It's a graphic novel. We're telling the story over transmedia. So like we're telling the story over a book, over a couple movies, 2 or 3 parts, and then maybe an animated series.
Oh, and it's good to build up too, right? Because if a book does well,
And a
then
video
it's
game.
easier to get financing for the movie. And then if you can get the movie to do well, then it kind of tumbles in on itself.
That too, but I'm most important. The most important thing to me about that is telling the story. There's a big story that needs to be told there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take years to tell it.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, that's beautiful to dig so deep into it that we really live in that world.
But that's why I love those games.
Yeah.
KOTOR, growing up on that.
Yeah.
That's what RPGs did for me, just like it for you. Like that's why I'm into filmmaking too. One of the reasons that and Jim Carrey and that era too. But 100% that is why I dig so deep and that stuff. The RPGs, that high fantasy, high concept.
Oh,
just
dude.
like you, man. That shit gave it to me.
Yeah. No, one day I really want to work on a high budget action film and really like
Don't worry.
explore character through action.
Don't
explore
worry.
character through conflict like that.
Don't worry.
One
We
day.
just have to make a few,
Yeah.
and then we can go into the hundreds of millions.
But you know what? I smell it. It's gonna happen. I smell blood in the water.
Don't worry.
This is gonna be a good year.
Look at my face. This is a face who's worried.
No, that is not a face. I don't think that face has ever been worried.
It's never been worried.
Yeah.
Not a single day on set during this, and you'll never see me worried, dude.
Yeah. No.
We're moving with precision here, brother.
Yeah. Solid. No
That's
worry.
right.
Craziest shit can happen. That
And
face
we've
wont
got a great fucking team.
Yeah, it is.
And
an
you're
amazing
part
team.
of it, dude. You're amazing.
Thank you.
We fucking love you, Darian. Anyway, I know we keep going away from video games because I just want to keep talking about
Oh, yeah, we can make a whole podcast just about
video games so much, dude. So I know when we were younger, I don't know if it was when you were younger, but when I was younger and I was playing KOTOR and stuff, I wasn't too shy about it, but others around me didn't like to voice it and talk about it.
Yeah, the kind of nerd culture stuff.
Yeah, it didn't bother me because I was a tall, jacked motherfucker and no one would ever really say much to me. It just kind of threw people off when I would get all nerdy at them and they'd be like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No, I totally get that.
But, you know, how were you about that? Were you very vocal about the video games you played and how much of a nerd you were?
See, that was an interesting experience. That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Thank you.
Because when I was young, I was a big theater kid, right? Big personality, you know, everyone look at me sing and dance, all that, right? And so I owned myself 100%. I was big into D&D and everyone knew it. I was big into video games and everyone knew it, right? And I really kept that going until I moved down to Los Angeles and I kind of lost it for a minute. I lost it because it was a new world. It was like a fish out of water kind of situation. I wasn't in my small town where everyone knew each other since kindergarten. And so to kind of like fit in and live in that world, I really tried to like embody like different interests and do like, you know, mix it up and not bring up the video games as much. And then that's when I realized how many people were suffering because they would hide that part of themselves. And how many people who were very nerdy, very much into that
How many of them
space.
you could connect with.
Exactly.
And you were vocal about it.
But there was this kind of pressure overall that like avoid it.
Yeah.
And I think we are kind of in a renaissance of nerdom, and I think the internet is helping that a lot, where a lot of people feel heard.
Big Bang Theory helped that too.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory helped that for sure.
It became really popular on a mainstream level, and it was almost cool to like comics in a way. And now it's like, holy shit, if you like comics, you're like an avid reader now.
Yeah,
you know
and you see that with other mediums too. I mean, tabletop RPGs, Dungeons and Dragons, that kind of stuff. Used to be like super looked down upon.
You're like sophisticated if you do that now.
Now, Stranger Things has done amazing things for D&D. D&D has skyrocketed because of that show.
Yeah, they brought tabletop back for sure.
And then Dan Harmon was...
Oh my God, I love that show.
Right?
He did.
The Harmon Quest one?
I love Harmon. I knew you were talking about Harmon Quest.
Yeah, Harmon Quest is amazing.
It didn't really blow up though.
It didn't,
I had to look for it. And I just loved Dan Harmon, so I followed his career. That's why I knew about it.
I'm going to be honest.
Harmon Quest is fucking amazing. I've seen that show. There's only 2 seasons, I think.
There's a third.
Oh, there's 3. Sorry. Yeah. I've seen them all. I think I've seen them all like multiple times.
Yeah. Oh, dude. And
it's fucking great. The Goblin. Oh my God. He's my favorite. What was his name again?
Oh, I don't remember.
The one who played the Goblin. The little green Goblin, dude. The little thief.
I haven't seen it in years. I don't remember. Oh, God. But you can tell he's a great storyteller because of the way that he handles those kinds of games. Where he's like... Even though it's D&D and everyone's improvising and crazy shit happens and it's a very goofy show, you can tell he's trying to do a character arc the whole time. Like, even though he kind of half-asses it because, again, it's just like crazy.
Improv.
But he fits it in there. He's like,
nailing it, dude.
Oh, my ranger's real scared, but then, like, you know, he's conquering his fears. So, like, now he's going to do that.
Yeah,
you see that.
No,
you see that.
Yeah, I love it. And sometimes he even says it out loud. He says the exposition right there and there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to do this because my character wants to do that, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny as fuck. I love that humor. I love how like it could go really deep, but also it could go really fucking surface level too. Like I feel that's what we're doing right now with Writer's Block too. It could be a little deep, but it could be very surface level too at the same time.
No, you need that range. I think we're past the very binary comedy drama age.
Completely past it.
Yeah, we
need substance.
Everything is mixed genres now. I mean, even take horror, comedy. Now every action film also has a little comedy in it. Most movies have a little horror element in it, right? Like we are kind of transcending beyond genres because
I love that.
Because there's so many indie films and because there's so much streaming and we can really mix it up a little bit.
What a profound perception.
Oh, thank you.
I love that, Darian.
I love this podcast. We're just like massaging each other.
Well, dude, I mean, we never really, you know, because we're fucking go on set.
Dude,
we never really have the opportunity to like pick each other's brain and really talk to one another and connect like that. And dude, I got to tell you, you're a smart guy.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I didn't think you were not, but it's just lovely connecting with you on that level,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, I think it is important. But, dude, you're right. The movie making business, the storytelling, all of it is transcending beyond a single, even two genres merging.
Yeah.
It is like, it's because it's substance.
Yeah.
But that, there's a lot of, the quality hasn't been up to par.
Mm-hmm.
But the substance is trying to break through. But
Yeah.
things are changing now.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, and it's a part of the revolutionary spirit that we're seeing with indie films.
Yes.
Right? And
Yes.
that's honestly like most
That
film-
we're part of as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where I would encourage most filmmakers to really explore like other artistic mediums as well, right?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
If you're a DP, also jump into camera. Also jump in, or not camera, in front of the camera. Like,
Yeah.
do a little acting, painting, drawing, like poetry. Like, we're looking for innovation in film. I mean, it's a 100-year-old medium. Like, there needs to
It
be
is.
innovation now, and exploring new mediums will help with that.
100%. And speaking of that, you, my friend,
Mm-hmm.
excitingly enough, you are having Darian is having his acting debut
Oh yeah.
in
yeah.
Writer's Block, the film we're currently making that I'm directing right now alongside Zerdamak Beychok, my co-director. Dude, how are you feeling? It's a surprise role. We're not going to reveal it too much, but he's got a little acting role in the movie, and he's doing a fucking awesome job.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it was really fun to, as someone who used to do theater and do like those kinds of performative arts, it was really fun to get into it again. But it is such a different experience with movies, right? Because there's like such, the choices have to be more subtle, and like you want to go big, but you don't want to go too big, right? There's like almost constraints. Theater, it's like get as loud as you. Sorry, Mike. I've been abusing this mic.
No, he's good.
Get as loud as you can,
Yeah.
right? Get everyone's attention, but you gotta be a little bit more quiet, a little bit.
I gotta
more
say,
intentional.
you're nailing it, dude.
Thank
You
you.
are nailing it, and you are coming up with some This guy's pulling out surprises out of his fucking. He's pulling out aces that we don't know where the fuck they're coming from. You never acted before? It's like, dude, wow. So good for you.
Thank you.
Acting debut. Look for Darian Jewel in Writer's Block when it comes out, because he's not only the key grip and a huge part of the production because he wears many hats, but he's also had his acting debut in it, and we're very excited to share that with you, man.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to see that project like on the big screen.
We're all
'cause
so
it's
excited. As soon as this thing's done, bro, I'm just like, we're so fucking ready.
Yeah, yeah. And this is just a start. So many projects. I know everyone in our
Exciting.
circle is like starting to do this. They want to do this. They want to do that. They want to do this. And it's just like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see like the fire growing in everyone.
It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Well, I think that being said, this might be a good stop, a good spot to stop.
Sounds good.
Darian, it was so great having you on here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You got to get an early night because I'll see you on set early as fuck tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you then.
But for now, Darian, get the fuck out and don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Copy that.